This video contains spoilers for the upcoming superhero movie, so if you don't want to be spoiled, please click off this video right now. If you're not already aware, which is pretty difficult, considering that Toei keeps spoiling the whole movie with all these trailers, it's pretty bizarre. Piccolo finally has a transformation, finally. Now, I didn't want to delve into this because I don't usually go into spoilers, but it's just so exciting for me. I've been waiting years and years for this, years and years. If you guys are excited for this transformation, be sure to drop a like and also subscribe for more Dragon Ball content. Just before we start, I want to credit the artist who made the thumbnail artwork, the Orange Piccolo motif there. That's by Svarog. I don't know where you can find him, but that's his name. In a recent trailer, we saw Piccolo transform in a bright beam of orange colours. He appears to bulk up physically, become taller, and gain muscle mass. His pupils become red with black pigments around his eyes, and his antennae point sharply upward. This form also changes Piccolo's facial features, making his cheekbones more pronounced and his jawline chiseled. It wasn't just a hair colour change, his whole body morphed, or as Toriyama puts it in a recent interview, becoming really buff. Toriyama changed the colour to orange so we could tell he had transformed, so that's the main reason. But he still says it's difficult at times to see the transformation. But for me, it's easy as even Piccolo's face has become chiseled and fearsome. Toriyama has come out and named the transformation Orange Piccolo. He's like an orange Hulk now. I could just imagine Babidi like saying, what a useless transformation. You've changed your skin colour, so what? And it's so funny because Majin Buu would be utter fodder for Piccolo now. This is just amazing. This is great. He's been training for this for years. Interestingly, the new transformation is being compared to a Namekian called Gast of Universe 7 in Dragon Ball Multiverse. He may have even been on the radar of Toriyama, but I also doubt that. It sounds like he just wanted to get through all the colours, honestly, at this point. So how did Piccolo gain a new transformation? He got this power through a popular method at the moment. In the Granola arc, with Piccolo actually, spoiler alert, asking Shenron of the Earth for greater strength. Straight away when I heard this, I was like, oh, okay, that's not so great. But then I was like, right, be positive. Okay. And I was thinking, presumably, it could have something to do with the Namekian Book of Legends. The written legends of the Namekian planet, or the Namekian Book of Legends, if you will, were mentioned by Shenron in Battle of Gods and Super Episode 9. Very little is known about it other than it is a writing that contains things like how to create a Super Saiyan God. It was written down by ancient Namekian elders. It's stated by Toriyama that somewhere in the timeline, the spirit of Yamoshi communicated with a living Namekian elder who wrote these things down. This explains how Grand Elder Guru from the Frieza saga knew of the original Super Saiyan legend, and probably Yamoshi too, and how to create a Super Saiyan God. Toriyama noted this in an interview for the January 2018 issue of Saikyo Jump. Presumably, there would be much to say about Zarama, the dragon god in these legends as well. At this point, it actually makes sense that Piccolo would ask Shenron because he's linked to the Namekians, and it's like, come on, how's Piccolo actually gonna close the huge chasm of power between himself and Goku? I mean, what is he gonna do? So Shenron, as we've seen in the Granola arc, is away. But you know, the Book of Legends of the Namekians could just be a throwaway line that's just not even going to be referenced again, just to sound mysterious. Like, they do this at times in Dragon Ball, they just throw something out there, then they just keep it on the side, you don't ever hear about it again, it's just a throwaway line. So I hope it's not like that, but it could have been just that way. But this is a Namekian specific transformation, and you just think like, maybe some eons ago, a guru just recorded it, and that's how Shenron knows about it and how to put it into Piccolo. He's literally been training for years for this and not had any recognition, but guys, it's Piccolo's time, finally. If I were to make a suggestion for the movie, perhaps a more interesting turn of events would have been to involve Monaito. If the movie could have been set after the Granola arc and Monaito survived, he could have taught Piccolo how to achieve the new form. Monaito is an old Namek that never knew of his counterparts living on planet Namek. It could be that he has Namekian knowledge that the people of Namek never had, or that was lost over time. He could even have access to the Namekian Book of Legends that was mentioned in Battle of Gods, but never mentioned again. He already has unique abilities that we've not seen before, so where did he learn them? And perhaps because Minato seemingly isn't involved in the movie, maybe that means that Minato won't survive this Grenoble arc, but you know, in Super, they seem to keep everyone alive somehow. Look at even Miras, came back. LOL! I really like the form, honestly. I always thought that Piccolo should bulk up rather than slim down like a Super Saiyan God. And it's super exciting because Piccolo's never got a transformation before. All the other power-ups, they were just assimilations. They were him absorbing another Namekian's power. It wasn't actually a true transformation. And since the movies are canon now because Toyotaro referenced the Broly movie in the manga, we can expect Piccolo to perhaps use this in the anime going forward, in the manga going forward. We can expect it to debut because why not? And it's just so exciting because Toriyama has said that Piccolo is now on par with Goku, Vegeta and Gohan. Imagine that, guys. And of course, we don't know for how long he will be on par, but it's going to be incredibly useful for future villains, future arcs, whatever's to come up. What do you think, guys, of Piccolo's new transformation? Definitely let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. And I know the movie hasn't come out as yet, and some of the details in this video may become outdated, but I just wanted to get this video out, guys. I'm just so excited. I wanted to give us a bit of a boost before the movie because I've seen a lot of people getting negative about it and criticizing it and clickbaiting, saying it's no good, like Beast Gohan, Orange Piccolo, and I just think we just need some positivity and some excitement and some enthusiasm for all the content that's coming out of Dragon Ball. It's really important, not to get down in the dumps. I know we have passion for the series, passion for the movies, but not to let that make us into super critics and super negative fans who are always critiquing and never happy. And also, guys, before you go, please remember to leave a like and also subscribe for more exciting Dragon Ball content. And also, if you missed it, check out this video up here on why Piccolo is in hell in Dragon Ball GT. Thanks, Kai Kai.